Welcome back, guys. Minus 40 out there. So cold here in Edmonton, Alberta. So we're gonna stay in here, stay warm, and work on this iPad 7th gen. As you can see, it's pretty beat up. Went out to replace the screen and the glass on this. So what we'll do is we'll just start taking this apart, get it ready for the screen. I won't have the display till tomorrow, so I'm just gonna prep this now. If you guys are new, guys, feel free to hit the like and subscribe. This one's pretty smashed up, so it should be pretty easy to take the glass off. They just have a thin layer of double-sided adhesive. We can probably just work our way around, just pull it off. Isn't that a pretty sight? If you guys are dropping in, say hello. If you guys are watching this on the replay, feel free to say hello. Welcome. Try to minimize the glass here so it's not all over the place. The trick is to get under the adhesive. That way everything just kind of pulls right off. Usually when it's this bad, you should wear eye protection, but feeling a little brave. Plus it's minus 40 outside. It's so cold out, it's cold in here. Got the heat maxed out, can't even keep up. Just gonna work our way around. So I'm just using a blade, an isopropyl, can't say that word, 99%. It's very good, helps break up the double-sided tape. So plus heat, I had this on laying on the heat pad for a bit too, so it's nice and warm, so the adhesive's a little bit loose. But you just gotta be careful with all these broken pieces of shard. Done this many times, so I'm used to these pieces of glass being stuck in my fingers. But we gotta get it done. Just be careful, guys. That's all. Slowly work our way around. iPads usually take longer, so I like to do lives with the iPad. Gets a little messy. So the iPad, if you look from the front, this is the home button here. The iPad, the glass actually folds open this way. So what we'll do is we'll concentrate on working on this, and then we can kind of just fold it up. And then we can take the rest of this remaining shards off. I don't know why my blade is getting loose. Notification. So I'm just going to put this back on the heat pad for a couple minutes just to loosen everything up. It's starting to cool off. If you guys don't have a heat pad, you can use a heat gun or a blow dryer, but it might just take a lot longer. But hey, you gotta use what you got and work with it, right guys? Clean this off a little bit. Let the screen warm up. We'll bring it back and take off the rest of the adhesive. If you guys end up watching this in the replay on the live, feel free to hit the like and subscribe, guys. Feel free to follow me. Out here trying to make videos. Something else to do. Just gonna get everything all prepped for tomorrow, so when the screen comes in, the screen and display comes in tomorrow, I can just slap it on, glue it up, and send it back to the customer. Should be a little warmer now. You can use the Sesamo too. Actually, I like my knife. It's more, seems to get into the cracks a little better. Just reposition yourself just to make life a lot easier when you're working. So the home button cable from the home button runs this way, right around here. So when you get around here, you want to kind of be careful. You don't want to tear that home button cable there. Let's go ahead and try to lift this up a bit. If you guys have ISO, it's really good. Helps bond it, helps take the adhesive off. So like I'm saying, the home button, that cable is right here. You want to be careful. It's very thin. You don't want to rip that. So we'll go ahead and get the remainder of these little pieces of glass off. Almost all the iPads pretty much the same thing. Double-sided adhesive all the way around. Just gotta slowly work your way and take it off. If you guys are looking for more in-depth cell phone tutorials, I do have a few videos in my channel, so you guys can feel free to go through there. If you guys are looking to figure out how to fix iPhone screens, Samsung screens, I try to make a video on every type of phone I fix, but I don't want to keep doing the same video of the same phone, because I do a lot of iPhones. Well, mostly iPhones, just because it's relatively a lot cheaper to fix because of the aftermarket parts. So we got that pretty much cleaned up on there. I want to stay away from here, just in case. So let's work that up. Try to lift this up again, see where we're at. Probably one piece of glass here. This is one big piece, so it shouldn't really be in our way. There we go, guys. Let's just put something here just to mount this in place for me for the moment. And try to pick off the rest of these little shards. Clean up a little bit. So with a lot of these iPads, if you pull up these seals, okay, especially on the top side, well, not especially, but is, excuse me, on the top side, you have these two little sticker covers you can just take off. Now when you first replace these iPad screens, usually the 7th gen, 6th gen, they have an 8th, 9th gen on the top. You see the home button here on the top where the camera is. When you unscrew these, 4 screws on each corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're gonna have to lift the screen up this way towards the bottom of the iPad where the home button is. But since this display is damaged, I don't really have to be careful when I take it off because I'm replacing it anyways. But on these two brackets here, the white brackets, there's actually kind of like a silicone adhesive that sticks it to the frame. It's kind of like tar. Let me see, there's some on here. I don't know if you can see it, but I can try to show you. Right there, you see that little, it's like hot glue but black. So what you want to do is it kind of glued this display down. So you want to just kind of get in there and kind of wiggle it off. Same as this side. Kind of push it and it'll break apart. Be careful because this display is very fragile. So if you had a working display opposed to this one, if you force it too hard, it's gonna crack the LCD. It's gonna bleed out like that. Okay. So let me see if I can show you. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just like a dab of glue. Yeah, it just holds it down. But like I said, with this screen it's broken, so I'm not really worried about that. Just a little note for you guys if you guys end up fixing an iPad 6th, 7th, or 8th gen. It's usually all the same process. Screen, the glass opens up this way. You're gonna have the display that comes up towards the home button, and then you're gonna have your shield down here with usually 3 or 4 screws holding it down, and then you'll have your cables underneath like this. Okay, that's the display cable right there. This LCD's garbage. Then you have 2 more cables here for your touch digitizer. Then you have this little black tape that's holding down the home button cable that's clipped in there. So you want to just kind of lift that up like that. Pull out a little rubber cushion that keeps the cable in place. Just a little cushion. Just like that. You see it? Well, there you go. There you go. I'll get that out of the way. Lift up this little lever here, and then just kind of pry it out. Okay? So we'll get that out of the way. We'll go ahead and clean that off. I just have the glass on the heat pad right now. I don't know if you heard what I just said, but I just have the glass on the heat pad right now. I'm just warming up the home button so I can take it off. Just because it's held down by double-sided adhesive too, some pretty good double-sided adhesive from the factory. Keeps the button from falling off after over time of being pressed. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and start cleaning up. Just clean up the surface around the border, just so when we put our new glass back on there, it's nice and clean. This step here, just a lot of ISO and a nice little scraping tool. Doesn't matter which one you use, it's all preference. So all you want to do is just kind of make sure you get all that off really good. It's usually the prep. Go ahead. want to make sure any piece of shard that could be left behind is wiped off. We'll go ahead and work on this side. Now when you scrape this, if you're using a metal scraper, make sure you just take your time. You don't want to accidentally slip and pierce that battery. That would not be good. Bunch of dog hair or cat hair in here. I don't know what it is, but pretty messy. But you can tell by that glass it was so beat up. It was so exposed. Bunch of dust got in there. Cat hair. Good thing I'm not allergic to cats. That wouldn't be good. Keep your workspace tidy if you can. If you guys are watching this, guys, hopefully you guys can like and follow me if you find it useful. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment below. If you're just trolling and you're looking at cell phone stuff and you're looking into getting into cell phone repair, I got a bunch of videos on my channel, so feel free to go through those. Sorry about the shake, guys. I need to find a better mounting spot for my camera. Clean, 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 clean. Call me Mr. Clean. This iPad is, the battery and everything seems like it's in pretty bad condition too for some reason. The screen has never been replaced before. I can tell by the factory adhesive. So that's that. It's pretty much clean. I'm probably just gonna go around and give it another quick little run around. But right now I'm gonna go get the display, or not the display, the glass off the heater and remove that home button. So we got this here, the home button, guys. Okay, cable runs from here all the way down. Just use some ISO and trying to get between the cable and the glass and just kind of slide its way through. Careful with these home buttons, guys, they're fragile. You don't want to end up tearing these cables. They're really thin. We're just gonna slowly take our time here. Just because the glass is so cracked, you don't want any shards accidentally cutting the home button ribbon. Slowly work that out. So this is off, so we can get rid of this catastrophe here. Got the home button there. So we're just gonna go ahead and get the remaining glass off that's stuck to the home button. Same as this one, you want to make sure all the shards are off, so when you put it in on the new screen, there's nothing in there holding it back. Even the little piece of glass can cause a lot of problem, guys, so you want to make sure nothing on there. Let's go ahead, get my little metal scraper here and just scrape off the adhesive. I'm going to take off that old adhesive too. You don't want anything that can lift, can cause your home button from sitting flush on the new screen. Make sure all the little shards are off. Double check. Just slowly scrape them off. Make sure you don't end up catching the ribbon and ripping it. Okay, guys? Take it easy. Take your time. Make sure everything's nice and clean. So we'll get the iPad 7th Gen glass. Retrofit the home button in there, see if everything fits nice and flush. Clean off as much glass as we can before we put the new glass on it, new display on here. iPad 10.2, guys. I'm pretty sure the iPad 7, 8, and 9 use the same glass, same digitizer. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure. If you guys know, let me know, but I'm pretty sure it is. We're gonna go ahead and remove the aftermarket button. We don't need that. You can do whatever you want with these. It's up to you. I'll just throw it to the side. I want to lay down my cable. Just use a piece of tape, help me lift the protective film off first, just so I can get underneath, because the protective film is in the way. Take that down. Want to try to keep your fingers off the glass. I got a little smudge right there. I'm gonna have to clean that off. So we'll go ahead. I think I got a piece of glass in my finger already. It's okay though. You can just use the tweezers and pull them back out. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of ISO, clean off that little fingerprint smudge I created before it's too late and I forget. Get that out of the way. There we go. And then we'll try to seat our home button. So you guys are wondering why I probably put that piece of tape there. I don't know. It's just a bad habit that I do, because I know back in the day with the older iPads, sometimes when the contacts or whatever would touch this, it would start ghost touching the display after it's all fixed and sealed. And then someone told me to do this, and I started trying it, and it worked. So from there, I do it on all of them. I don't know if it works or not, but it did work for me. So that is why, if you guys are wondering, if you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure nobody else does it, but I don't know. I did it one time and it fixed the problem, and it could be just coincidence or what. I just do it, coincidence or not. I do it on the iPad minis. I do it on anything that I have to replace the home button cable over. So I'm gonna put this back down. Everything's all set now. I'm just gonna check my home button, make sure it's nice and flush. Yep, fits perfect. Just gotta line it up a little bit. Okay, that's good. So what I like to do, a lot of you guys probably don't do it or wouldn't recommend doing it, but give me 1 second. I like to use crazy glue. This is super glue, silicone style, thick gel super glue, okay? The reason why I use this, I'm just gonna make sure it's coming out, is because these aftermarket adhesives for these home buttons, they don't stick over time. A little bit of heat, a little bit of cold, they'll start coming apart. In about depending on how hard they use it, especially if it's a kid that's pushing the home button all the time, it's not gonna last. It's gonna sink right back in. Your customer is gonna come back with a sunken home button, and then that means you're gonna have to open the screen back up again to fix that button, which means most likely the screen will break trying to take it off. So I like to make sure some security that this super glue, when I put this on, once it dries, you can push this button as much as you want. It's gonna stay in its place like the original. This super glue dries pretty quick, so we can just hold it, chill here, kill some time. I just hold it down, sure it's flat to the screen, the glass, and just let it dry. Once it gets its initial tack, it's gonna stay down there anyways, but I just like to make sure it's every single piece of that bracket is on flush to the glass. Check the home button again. You can hear it. Let's see. I don't know if you can hear the click or not, but it's clicking. So we'll put that to the side. Got the iPad here. Since I'm not doing anything, I'll just stay on the live with you guys. This could be a little boring. You guys probably won't watch it, but if you guys are, drop a comment. So tomorrow when I get the display, I'll probably continue this live tomorrow and finish it off. But before I head out of this video, I'll tell you my breakdown of what I'm gonna do tomorrow once I get the display and start fixing this. Basically the hard part's done. The hard part, the prep work. Like I said, most importantly, you just want to make sure there's not any little piece of shard that is hidden somewhere, because if you put the new display on it and it hits that piece of shard, it's going to keep the display lifted. And if you don't know, and then you wonder why, and you accidentally press too hard, it's gonna crack the glass. (99% isopropanol is very good. It doesn't damage the device. Dries pretty quick. So just to end this off, this is all clean now. Home button's in its place. Okay, set, prepped, ready for tomorrow. Everything's good to go. Now with these aftermarket displays, these adhesives that come with the glass itself, like I said, they're not too great. Okay, they will seal, but like I said, once it gets hot or cold, the screen's gonna start lifting off. So it's not like the factory adhesive where it's pressed in the factory and they use that, I don't know what kind of double-sided adhesive they use, but I need to find me some of those. If you know what kind it is, feel free to let me know. I'd like to get my hands on some of those. But I'll use this factory adhesive that's on there, but in addition, I'm gonna use this. Okay, it's called B7000. So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna run a strip all the way around. Once I apply that strip, I'm gonna lay the glass on top. Lay the glass on top of it with the factory adhesive. So then this factory adhesive is gonna get 10 times as strong. I guarantee you, once you do that, the screen is not gonna lift. You put the crazy glue on the home button, this home button will never sink. Okay, that's a very common problem. It's gonna sink on you if you just use the factory stuff. So I'm gonna try to get you, if you're new at this, I'm gonna try to get you out of that amateur level, because if you try and do this professionally and you don't do that or find a secondary adhesive that is really strong bonding, I can almost guarantee you the customer is gonna come back, especially if it's one of their kids' iPads, because that button's not gonna last. Okay. That pretty much sums it up. Just got some more here. So I'm gonna probably end this video here. I'm pretty sure I got to say everything I needed to say. Unless I'm missing anything. Okay, yeah, no, I'm good. Alright guys, so that's it. iPad 7th gen. That's all I can do for now. Until tomorrow, till I get the new screen in. I'll just leave this here for now while I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, so if you guys watch this, if you want to see the rest, it most likely will be tomorrow. Thank you for watching, guys. Hit the like, subscribe, follow me, and if you guys are looking for more in-depth tutorials of a certain phone, check my channel, guys. It's probably in there. If not, leave a comment, let me know, and I can most likely find the phone and fix it for you. I do run a repair shop here, so I'm running through phones all the time. Sometimes I do lives on here, on Facebook, on Instagram, so I'm kind of mix and matching all over the place, but I try to keep all my work on here and try to engage you guys in the YouTube world. So if you guys enjoyed this, feel free to hit the like and subscribe. If you thought it was boring, still give me a thumbs down, either or. Show some appreciation, show some hate, either or, show me something. Glad to do this for you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next live. Peace.